Back to USA Rugby Club 7 Nationals action, coming to you from Starfire Stadium in Seattle. It is our final women's quarterfinal matchup, which sees ARPTC taking on Optimus. I am Alex Corbacero, joined by USA Rugby Women's co-captain Abby Gustidis. And we're excited to bring this match to you as Optimus are about to kick off, Abby.
For our final quarterfinal here in Seattle, ARPTC able to gather that kickoff. Optimus with a deep sweeper, ARPTC moving. Little knock on, early error coming from the seasoned team of ARPTC. Great opportunity in this first minute for Optimus.
Absolutely. They'll be looking to try and score early in these games. It's been a tough contest. ARPTC had a very strong day yesterday. I believe they'll be favored coming into this one. So for Optimus to score early, to make the most opportunities, those are sort of the keys to sort of getting games done or won when maybe you're not the favorite coming in.
Again, just another error, maybe a little nerves this first quarterfinal for both these teams. They know that spot in the semifinals is up for grabs against Life West. ARPTC scrum. Let's see what they do with their back line. Looking right now like they're splitting. They feed the scrum, looking to come up this, change of field, cutting back against the grain. Getting the ball to the edge. Taken down well by Optimus. Moving that ball to first hands. Again, just a little knock on. This time again from ARPTC. So it'll be another set piece to Optimus.
Both teams pressing with a bit of line speed and aggression, and I wonder if that's just playing each other's mind of taking their eyes off the ball or a little lax in concentration there, because very uncharacteristic to see that many knock-ons from both of these sides.
Maybe just giving themselves a little more time and space. Here's Optimus, another opportunity off that set piece. Ball just goes wide. ARPTC kicks. They say it comes off an Optimus foot, so it'll be ARPTC ball. They look to throw it in early, but ref says lineout has been set. So it'll be ARPTC lineout just inside their own half.
Looked to me like it might have been kicked out by ARPTC there, but obviously touch judge saw differently.
Excited for this wing matchup. Both of these two have been absolute flyers for their teams this weekend. See if they can get the ball out there. Overthrown, and Optimus pick it up. We've seen a few of these throughout the weekend. Optimus attacking in ARPTC's half. They get the ball to their flyer. 1v1 battle to start us off. Good covered defense by ARPTC as one of the team members puts it to the boot, and unfortunately it just crosses that touch line.
Back and forth action so far, and the arm wrestle scoreless. 4 minutes, or 3 minutes I should say, gone in this quarterfinal. Who will prevail? It's Optimus with the line out. A
lot of set pieces so far. Also some unforced errors, so hopefully those nerves are out. Optimus able to win back their own line out, get the ball to the center's hands, and then to the winger. They're very narrow. Offloads the ball, it goes backwards. Optimus regather. Great clean out by Optimus, able to hold on to this possession. Getting the ball in the center's hands, looking to beat her defender one-on-one. She's taken down. Optimus with a deep setup. They have time. Ref was playing advantage. High tackle, it looks like, is the call, so ARPTC will have to retreat those 10 meters. Optimus with the penalty play, moves the ball across the field, going back, not really punching on. Susan Adegoke looking to do it herself. She gets tackled, cutting back. They have a 3v2. Again, taking it herself. Big pressure on the scrum half. With a little dummy, she tucks and goes. Big pressure at the breakdown, but again, ref calls a high tackle. They go quick. There is space on the edge, but good spot tackle made by ARPTC. Optimus not realigning great, but still attacking that line, not much support. ARPTC doing well to defend, just staying connected and making their one-up tackles. A long phase of play here from Optimus. The ability to hold on to the ball. A little offload in contact. Again, another ruck, another tackle by ARPTC. Exhausting stuff. They get the ball to the winger. She cuts back in. The crowd is going nuts. Waiting for the ref call. He's giving a penalty to Optimus at the 5-meter line. I believe the clock is off now.
Be interesting if there's a yellow card or anything, just being of the nature of being near the goal line or not. I think the referees and the touchline officials are talking to see what they both confer and what they saw. But it's been Optimus, Abby, who've been able to hold on to this possession and who have just been able to, not allow ARPTC really into the game so far. ARPTC's defense has held up reasonably well for this much time in their own 22, but Optimus keep coming.
You can only defend for so long without that fatigue setting in and just maybe a reaching tackle, but they've done well so far. However, Optimus only 5 meters out. Let's see if they can convert this opportunity. Another tackle made by ARPTC, and she is in the breakdown. That is a huge turnover won by ARPTC. She taps and goes, looking to go quickly. Tackle made. She places that ball back. Optimus, defensive, going to be tested this time around. ARPTC sending several people into that ruck. Optimus looking for that ball. And definitely some fatigue setting in there. You see both teams getting a little condensed around those breakdowns versus using that width of the field. Great hands there by ARPTC to hold on to that ball. And another turnover. Optimus ball. She taps and goes. She has someone on the outside. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first try of this half.
Wow, a lot of ball in playtime in this first half. First try goes to Optimus. And just the ability to just, continue to win the possession, to hold on to it. They obviously gave it up for ARPTC. They didn't give up in defense there. They finally got the penalty and the reward back, and then they struck, and ARPTC just had no more gas in the tank to realign defensively, and they caught them out there.
Conversion no good, so Optimus will be up 5-0 as we go into the half. What an exhausting first half. Here's another look at that try. That's Cindy Campbell just taps and goes, pins her defender, and then sets her teammate free. Daria Lovelace with the try.
Absolutely. I mean, as we get into the half here, I do this very often, but I'd love to get your opinion. Your ARPTC, what are you saying to yourselves at halftime?
They played so much defense. They're going to want to get that ball back. So maybe switching their defensive mindset to getting the ball back versus just making a tackle, getting up, resetting your line, having that defensive efforts in more than one person. So if I make the tackle, you're poaching that ball or getting clean shots. So the opportunities for turnovers are there. You can only defend for so long without getting that defensive line broken. And that's exactly what Optimus showed there. Just relentless with the possession and able to capitalize in the end.
And if you're being critical of Optimus, you're looking for areas where they could improve in this second half. They've done a lot well, but they're only 5-0 up. What else would you like to see from them?
I'd like to see a bit more ball movement from them. They're having strong carries and going by themselves and ending up with support. But I think just letting that ball do a little bit more work, really stretching that field. They're only using about 20, 30 meters of space at the moment, and that's making it a lot harder to capitalize.
expert insight as always. As we're about to kick off this second half, ARPTC kicking off to Optimus. Optimus leading 5-0. ARPTC have 7 minutes to find a way to get into this semi-final here at USA Club 7's Nationals.
ARPTC definitely favorites coming into this, as they are that full-time program training in Little Rock. It'll be their kickoff, and let's see what sort of pressure they come with in the second half.
As Abby doesn't like to let kickoffs bounce, and that's exactly why it favors ARPTC. They get the ball out of the ruck, they move it across the field to the edge. Number 4 taking it in, gets the pass away. Looking to try and fight her way through the contact. They recycle the ball, they get it out from the ruck. Paris Redding in the hands. 12 taking it up, looks to get on the outside, she does. Finds a gap, disconnect in the defense. And just like that, I spoke too soon. Just like that, that could have gone dead. Unbelievable commitment on the defense. No try, referee says. Wow, big moment, Abby.
Huge error coming from ARPTC. You always want to center that kick, but not going into touch, and it's just not worth it to get that close. And unfortunately, Optimus come away with the win there. Here's another look. That's Allison Hale with the breakaway. But great defense inside. Just push out the back of the try-zone. And that'll be a drop 22 from Optimus. It bounces into the field of play and then out. So it'll be ARPTC line out. Another attacking platform, but huge shift there. Optimus have to be feeling pretty good.
How big a moment indeed. And will that pay deadly and costly for ARPTC in the end, or will it just fire them up more to try and get that first try across the line?
Messy line out, but ARPTC able to hold on. Great defensive pressure coming from Optimus. I think she's off her feet there. Referee agrees, gives the penalty to ARPTC. She gets back, able to make the tackle, clear release, and beautiful tackle, and then turnover. That is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. She taps, looks to move it, sees the defense, takes it herself. Ruck is set. Optimus really condensed here. Oh, I think someone lost a boot. Able to play on. Optimus, look how tight ARPTC is around that breakdown, but still able to bring that line speed. Big hits coming in. Fatigue is definitely setting in here. Having a lot of one-off carries. Again, ARPTC is going to want to look to get that ball back, maybe making those clean chop tackles and getting some poach opportunities. Great ball out wide, and the cut back in. She only has one boot on, but still able to get a little line break. Ball is out. Very static attack by Optimus. ARPTC covers it easily. Little dummy cuts back inside. Can she go all the way? Scramble defense coming from ARPTC, and a little knock, just an unforced error seen here by Optimus. They'll be disappointed with that.
So much good out there from Optimus, and just a little error costly there, giving the scrum back to ARPTC. But Optimus ain't going away, Abby. They came here to play. They don't feel like they're underdogs. They are here to win this. That was a big moment there. Unfortunately, they got tackled. If they'd scored that, that could have been a real long way back for ARPTC. But as we still only have a 5-point game, it's all to play for here in this quarterfinal.
Absolutely, 5-0. This is the closest quarterfinal we've seen. And it is not done yet. We still have 3 minutes of play. Free kick awarded to ARPTC. Quick tap, and they have space outright. 2v2. Oh, great battle there. Ball is behind, but able to maintain it. They have just marched up the field towards There are 22, and penalty to ARPTC as we see Optimus go back 10, and again, just rushing it just a little bit. ARPTC only down 5-0. You don't need to score first phase. You can slow things down, maybe work a penalty move, kick for a lineup. Lots of options, but just a little too eager.
Second really costly error for ARPTC in big moments in this game, and there's still time on the clock with 2 minutes and a little bit of change to go. But eventually, Abby, you run out of get out of jail passes, and you have to face the music in this game of sevens.
Another error here. Accidental offsides by Optimus, which gives the ball back to ARPTC as they attack that right side. And Allison Hale, make no mistake this time, she is in the try zone, and she gets her team on the board, making it 5-5. Just a ruthless game of sevens. One tiny error by Optimus, leading to a 5-pointer by ARPTC.
That is the game of sevens for you. Good work by Optimus after the try to not allow the try scorer to get any closer. And that's why it was good work, because they hit the post. If it had been any closer, she probably would have absolutely nailed that. And that gives us a 5-all game, Abby, and here's the try.
Just great work by the number 4 for ARPTC, keeping that ball in 2 hands, leading Allison Hale into the try zone. And a great restart by ARPTC. Ball bounces in and then goes out. Unclear what the referee is calling right now.
It's a penalty to ARPTC. Again, unclear exactly what the call was as well.
Great opportunity here for ARPTC as they look to shift it left, and then she cuts back against the grain to go herself, and she does. She is in. And that is our first lead for ARPTC of the game, bringing it to 10-5 with less than 30 seconds to go in the match.
Heartbreaking moments for Optimus, but celebratory for ARPTC, as Optimus get 2 quick tries to capture the lead. I mean, ARPTC get 2 quick tries to capture the lead. ARPTC with the kick, it's no good. We have a 10-5 game. 1 try with a conversion would do it for Optimus, Abby. It's all to play for in the last play of this quarterfinal. Big restart here.
Yeah, one more look at that try from Sophia Pers, dots it down herself. And now ARPTC look to kick off. They go deep. Optimus looking to claim it. Again, letting that ball bounce. They're able to regather. Optimus need to score, and a quick penalty to ARPTC. Holding on. Strong work in the breakdown. ARPTC just tap, kick it out, and they have solidified their spot in our second semifinal this afternoon.
They did it the hard way, but they got it done. We now know our semifinals, Abby. 2 teams that cruised through, 2 teams that fought their way through. It's going to be a great one.
All to play for. Stay tuned as we jump into our Men's Cup quarterfinal matches.